Let's go to my inventory and use my thingy-me-bob. Use my thingy-me-bob, my consumable. It should be here somewhere. Moxie weed! You munch happily on the moxie weed. Delicious. You gain free smarm. And again, that's going to link to my Moxie. So, where do we want to go? Let's go to the big mountains. Oh, the Hugler Memorial Coliseum, Hermitage, the Dungeoneers Association, the Temple of Literacy, and, of course, Mount Noob, where we first met the Tutorial. Let's go to Noob Cave, just for giggles. You're fighting a crate. Oh, well, that definitely deserves some epic boss battle music. Sometimes you really wish you'd listened to these tracks before picking them out, because I've never heard this one, and I can't quite tell what the words are. Anyway, it's boss battle music, I promise. You're a little nervous about encountering a crate this early in the game. You get the jump on it, and you attack it with your pasta spoon. You kick your opponent up 4 notches. Bam! Sup, sup! You win the fight! This crate was full of vodka, and the reason you know that is because your shoes are now full of vodka as well. You managed to salvage 1 intact bottle from the moist and fragrant wreckage. You gain 1 muscle boundness. That's what you gain. You gain muscle boundness, boy. What you want? Muscle boundness? No, I want mysticality. Mysticality is the thing. You're fighting a fluffy bunny. This is one of the cute fluffy bunnies that populate the Dire Warren. You're not entirely sure why it's called the Dire Warren, as you can't imagine any particularly dire circumstances or straits coming about because of these little things. Nonetheless, it's probably safer to destroy it. It gets the jump on you. The bunny tries to sneak around behind you and, presumably bite you, or something. But you skitter sideways and avoid it. Attack it with your pasta spoon! You fill the rhythm with your hands and hit for 4 damage with your spoon. Man, kablam! Bunk! You win the fight! You gain 8 meat. You acquire an item, bunny liver. This is the liver from the fluffy bunny. It's totally pristine and healthy looking. This bunny must not have been much of a drinker. Anyway, let's go. Now, what do I want to do? I don't really want to adventure again in the Dire Warren because they are so... I mean, most things at the moment seem to be based on the simple fact of it's all 1 shot, 1 kill. But every now and again it goes horribly wrong. I have had it go wrong in the past. But let's go back to the Haunted Pantry. Spirit of the Dolphin King. You encounter the Spirit of the Dolphin King. He busts a rhyme. I couldn't start because I wanted to try and figure it out, but still. Ear trap was there in tuna nets. I made fat meat on football bets. I hid it neath the rolling waves. Go ye and find it, Burma shave. Boy! He gives you a map. You acquire an item. Dolphin King's map. Let's see this item. This is a map given to you by the Dolphin King. He claimed that it leads to treasure. You're not sure if you can trust him. Oh, well, adventure again anyway. You're fighting a fiendish can of spaghetti. I was going to say spaghetti. I was mistaking my own powers for his. You're fighting a fiendish can of asparagus. This calls for one thing and one thing only. In the Haunted Pantry, you're attacked by a fiendish can of asparagus. Cans of asparagus aren't normally all that scary, but this one's got a knife. It tries to stab you, but you once more kick the knife away. Never bring a knife to a foot fight, and never bring a spaghetti spear to victory! You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and win! You gain 1 roguishness. I can't seem to say that word. Roguishness. I have to separate them, or else it just invariably turns into roguishness. You've developed some roguishness. Oh, you little roguishness. Anywho, let's go to the wrong side, the righty wrong side, and let's go back down the sleazy alley. Okay, in the sleazy back alley, you happen upon a dumpster. You lift the lid to investigate and discover a half-orc hobo passed out inside. You think to yourself whilst stroking your beard, this seems like a good opportunity to do something. What is it? Punch the hobo. Rob the hobo. Look under the hobo. I will rob the hobo. You take advantage of the rare opportunity presented to you by this hobo. Risk-free pickpocketing practice. Or is it pocket-picking practice? Pock-picketing? You carefully fish around in the hobo's pockets, and though you only find a tiny bit of meat, you feel much more confident in your finger dexterity. You gain free meat. You gain 4 cheek. You gain a moxie point. Sweet! Adventure once more in the sleazy back alley. You're fighting a drunken half-orc hobo. In the sleazy back alley, he gets the jump on you because he's doing something. I'm trying to skip it, but also trying to figure out whether it's anything new. He tries to throw spare change at you. Wait, we're fighting! We're fighting, you fool! That one'll do. He tries to throw spare change at you, but you block it with a spare tire you find in the alley. Well, I'm going to use my spaghetti spear. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing 2 damage. You win the fight. You acquire Mad Train Ryan. Well, we've seen all that before, so let's do it again. Battle music. Attack with your pasta spoon. Victory music. I'm doing it quicker than the music can keep up. Adventure once again into the thing. Let's have some more battle music. In the sleazy back alley, you were attacked by a big creepy spider. It promises not to kill you, but you're not sure you believe it. You get the jump on it. Attack with your pasta spoon. Crush the filthy spider. Crush him now. You strike a glancing blow with the pasta spoon and deal a paltry 1 damage. This opponent might be a little out of your league, although I still manage to win the fight. Oh, this music thing's not incredibly good, is it? But still. Anyway, I don't really have any other places to go. I wonder if the Council of Loathing will. No, they will not. Fair enough. I've sort of run out of things I can do that are actually interesting now, because it's all now the same. Attack with your pasta spoon. You acquire Stalk of Asparagus. This is a stalk of cooked asparagus. Looks awfully tasty, but it is considered crappy food. I'm sure your whatever they're called, nutritionist, would disagree. Adventure again in the Haunted Pantry. Ooh, something new. At the back of the Haunted Pantry, you encounter a door. You open it and come to the realization that the Haunted Pantry is actually connected to an entire house. You'd think you would have noticed sooner. Go back to the right side of the tracks for, Spooky Raven Manor. Although that's not actually. We've got a load more dungeons available for adventuring, and adventuring we shall go. The Haunted Library. You try to enter the Haunted Library, but the door is locked. I guess this particular information doesn't want to be free. The Haunted Billiards Room. As you near the billiards room, your face goes white as chalk and you become racked with fear. That's my cue to leave. You think to yourself as you hustle away. It is recommended that you have at least 10 mysticality to adventure here. Well, Go back to the spooky Raven Manor, for I am a coward. Hang on. Cowardly music. Not really, but... I had to give up my quest. I was going to reserve that for if I did die, which I probably would have if I'd entered the haunted billiards room, and I don't really want to die, for that would be the end of this section, as I think you have to wait an entire day to respawn, but I might be wrong in that one, but you never know. So where to next? I think we should go to the haunted gallery. You try the door to the gallery and find that it's locked. You sigh as you think to yourself that you're probably required to resolve some ridiculous puzzle in order to find the key. Really? Do I? I'd rather kill myself than do a puzzle, damn you game. The Haunted Kitchen! You're fighting a demonic icebox! I haven't really got the music for a demonic icebox, so this one will have to do. This one will have... Play the music! This is an ordinary garden variety icebox. Wait a second. Who keeps iceboxes in a garden? That differs from other ordinary garden variety iceboxes. Seriously though, in one important way. This one seems to have developed some sort of infernal portal inside it that is causing it to do all manner of evil and malevolent things. I will use my skill. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing 3 damage. The freezer opens and a frozen turkey shoots out at your head. You duck, and the turkey bounces harmlessly off of a nearby china cabinet. Well, nearly harmlessly. Attack with your pasta spoon! You swing the pasta spoon and hit your foe, but it is so tough that you only manage to inflict 1 damage. If you were more muscular, you'd be able to do some real damage against an opponent this strong. The refrigerator opens, its infernal portal yawning wide. Some eggs on a nearby countertop start to boil. One of them splatters onto your calf. Yeah! Ouch. You lose 1 hit point of hot damage. Well, I shall use my skill once again. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at the opponent, dealing 2 damage. You win the fight. I can't remember which ones I've used and which ones I haven't now. I'm just doing it randomly. But they are all Final Fantasy victories. Apart from one. See if you can find the one that is not Final Fantasy. Oh. Most of the Final Fantasies are fairly obvious because they run by the same pattern as the awesome original. You acquire accidental cider. You also acquire a second fanfare. So we'll pause that. This was a jug of apple juice that got left in the refrigerator so long that it turned into hard cider. This house rules. I be a cider drinker, so I particularly agree with that. The dire fudgesicle. Long ago, this stopped being a tasty confection made of frozen chocolatey goodness on a stick and became an abomination. Due to constant exposure to the evil environment inside that icebox, the chocolate became blood, goodness became evilness, and the stick, well, it's still just a stick, I guess. I gain 1 fortitude, which I think increases my muscle ever so slightly. Adventure again! Oh my god, you're fighting a scullery maid! This maid's job is to wash dishes, and it looks like she's been at it for quite a long time. Talk about dishpan hands. Wow. On the plus side, though, she's gleamingly white and with a lemon-fresh scent. I will use my skill. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing 2 damage. She tries to claw your face, but her soapy fingers can't get a grip. Use the spaghetti spear! You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing 3 damage. You win the fight. You gain 5 meat, and you gain 1 fortitude. Once more onto the haunted kitchen. Oh, the demonic icebox is here once again. The refrigerator opens and a plastic container full of unidentifiable goo hits you in the chest, splattering you with the sheer unadulterated nastiness. How long has that thing been in there? Ah! You lose 1 hit point of stench damage. Use the spaghetti spear. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing 2 damage. The refrigerator opens and a plastic container full of unidentifiable goo hits you in the chest once again. Ah! You lose a hit point to stench damage. You fire off another spaghetti spear. You deal 3 damage. Quite the epic volume, but not as much as I have in the past. But nevertheless, you win the fight. You gain 5 meat. You gain leftovers of indeterminate origin. This is a plastic container of leftovers so old that you're afraid to even open it to see what's in it. You find yourself considering the value of the container, trying to determine if it'd be acceptable to just throw it away instead of washing it. I've also got accidental cider and dire fudgesicle once more. But for now, let us go back to the spooky Raven Manor. If only I had some spooky music. I didn't think that far ahead. I didn't think of dungeon music as well as victory music, as well as battle music. What do you want from me? God damn bastards. So, we've been to the pantry multiple times. We've been to the library. It was closed. We've been to the billiards room. It was closed. We've been... Actually, no, the billiards room, I think, was way past my level, because it requested 10. Although, I'm not entirely sure. I get the impression, technically, I have 10 mysticality. Because my base is 6, and I think that brackets means I'm getting an extra 4. But I can't guarantee that, so... Let's go to the Haunted Conservatory! You're fighting an angler bush! Oh my god! Oh dear, let's fire up some boss battle music again, because I can see what's about to happen! Strolling through Spooky Raven Manor's conservatory, you're somewhat surprised to find a dense meat stack lying on the ground. You're even more surprised when, as you go to pick it up, it turns out to be a dense meat stack shaped flower on some kind of plant. And when that plant whips its tendrils around your neck, well, that's got to be the most surprising thing of all. It gets the jump on you. It whips you with its tendrils. You feel violated and in pain. Ouch! Eek! You lose 2 hit points of sleaze damage. Oh my god, I'm not sure I could win this. These battles are proving quite tough and I've only got 2 hit points left. I'm going to be a sissy girl. I'm going to run away. You attempt to run away like a sissy little coward. I guessed that immediately. But you don't quite make it. It whips you with its tendrils. You feel violated and in pain. You lose another hit point of sleaze damage. Oh no. Run away again. Oh, God damn it all. You attempt to run away like a sissy little coward, but you don't quite make it. It whips you with its tendrils. You lose 1 hit point. You lose. You slink away, dejected and defeated. Is there any way back from this sort of defeat? The campground. I will rest inside my tent. You lie down on the floor and rest. You lose an effect. Beaten up. You gain 9 hit points and you gain 10 mana points. Oh boy, we're back in the fight! Ha ha! Let's go back to the seaside town. Let's go to the wrong side of the tracks. No, wait, it's the right side of the tracks. It's Spooky Raven Manor. Ha! You thought you beat me last time. I'm back! Although, having said that, I could not find the plant that beat me prior to this occasion. But now, this was a goth kid who thought the Haunted Conservatory sounded like a cool place to learn how to play depressing music on a synthesizer. He was wrong, and now he's angry because his mum won't be here to pick him up for hours, and he'll probably end up being late for work at Esbro. and get in trouble again. He gets the jump on you. He tries to give you the evil eye, but you look in the opposite direction. Attack with the pasta spoon. You swing the pasta spoon and hit your foe, but it is so tough that you only manage to inflict 1 damage. You'd need to be more muscular. I should stop using attacks. I am a pasta mancer. Mancing pasta is what I do, as opposed to mincing pasta, which is something completely different. Holy balls! He gives you the evil eye, then he gives you the rest of the evil alphabet. Ah! I lose 4 hit points. Use the spaghetti spear! No! The kid hits you in the leg with the full force of his suburban teenage angst. You sulk until it hurts. You lose 5 hit points. You lose. You slink away, dejected and defeated. So we go back to the map, back to the campground. Let's just... Oh, I can't click on... Oh, no, I can. There we go. You've had the crap beaten out of you. You're going to need some more crap. Wow.